Hello everyone, Joanne here, back again with another form of visual art. If you are new here, you're most welcome, and if you've been here before, thank you so much for returning. Hello once again, it has been so long since my last upload. I actually made this video 2 to 3 days after my last upload, but for some reason I just didn't have the time to edit it, and things kept on coming here and there, and that kept me kind of disrupted from uploading. But here we are again with our next video. It's a dance video. I'm trying to make this African traditional dance painting. It's not a hyper realistic painting, it's more illustrated. My main plan behind just illustrating it is to capture the flexibility, the rhythm, the body language, that pose that an African lady is so comfortable with, the pose that makes her feel like she's on the right track when performing a traditional African dance. So if you're a fan of something like that and you want to understand this body language, stay tuned until the end of this video. If you're not a fan of the theoretical part of it, just turn down your volume and enjoy the painting process. But if you want the full package, sit back and enjoy this video. African dance utilizes the concepts of polyrhythm and total body articulation. But before all of that, you need to understand and know that singing and dancing is an integral part of many traditional African societies. These dances are a collective activity performed in large groups with significant interaction between dancers and onlookers in the majority of styles. In African societies, dance serves a complex diversity of social purposes. Within an indigenous dance tradition, each performance usually has a principal as well as a number of subsidiary purposes, and these purposes may express or reflect the communal values and social relationships of the people. So, meaning these African traditional dances can serve various purposes. For example, ritualistic purposes. African dances can be performed in rituals. For example, during male circumcision in some African tribes. I know here in Uganda we have the Kadodi in one of the tribes, whereby the boy to be circumcised is accompanied by his tribe mates. He will be dressed in certain way. He can be having things smeared on his face, maybe marks put on his body using some form of painting or prints, fingerprints, handprints, stuff like that. And he's half naked, and like a number of his tribe mates are singing around him. They're moving along the neighborhood areas, whereby everyone gets to know that this is the guy to be chopped, like this is the guy to be circumcised. He is visible, he is to be seen and known before the circumcision takes place. This music, this dance, this ritual must be performed before the circumcision takes place. Secondly, there are dances performed during celebrations. For example, during childbirth. You may find in some African traditional tribes, your in-laws will gather all around you. They will all be waiting for this childbirth. And once the baby is born, they all get so excited. They start singing, performing these dances, say to be welcoming the baby onto the earth. Then your mother-in-law will take the baby and smear it with some local herbs that is said to be smoothing the skin of the baby, making it glowing and so healthy, and the baby will be wished a very good luck and a very, very long and happy life. So these traditional women always believe in the purpose of this particular dance, and so they perform it during every childbirth as well as during every child naming. Thirdly, dances can also be performed in funeral rites, burial ceremonies, anniversaries, and stuff like that. For example, in Cameroon, when it's an anniversary of someone who is already deceased, the body is actually exhumed and the corpses are placed in a sitting position. Then the relatives of the deceased gather and perform this kind of a dance. They all sing and dance together. And this is said to be celebrating the life of the dead. You know, there is that belief in the African tradition that the dead are not dead. Same like life after death. And so this would be their way of acknowledging that. Also, these different kinds of dances sometimes require a specific kind of dress code. Most times, these dancers dress up in attires and some artifacts. For example, there are certain African traditional tribes who wear masks during the performance of these ritualistic dances. They believe that there is a spirit that lives behind these masks that they themselves make, by the way. So they believe that once you put on this mask and step on the dance floor, the spirit that lives inside this mask will take over your body and initiate these good dance moves that you will then perform in front of your entire tribe. This can be spirits of your deceased ones, spirits of your past rulers or beloved ones. It just depends on the event. It depends on whatever you're celebrating or whoever you are celebrating. Where are we? Number 4. So some of these dances are used as therapy by ritual societies in many African cultures. For example, without deep explanation, the Hausa women find healing through dance and spirit possession in the Bari cult. So, since this is about a cult, I won't say much about it today. But in some African cultures, rulers use dance to secure their prestige. So, dance, music, and song help define the role of an individual and the group within the community. For example, in higher societies, a ruler is expected to state his authority in form of a formal dance or formal dances, and failure to meet the required standard may seriously damage his prestige. So, as an aspiring leader, you must know these cultural dances and you must actually perform one that you are required to before becoming a ruler. Finally, along that line, dance is also an important educational tool. Repetitive dances teach children physical control over their body. They keep active, and they also learn like a lot of traditional values from these dances. So, mind you, it is so important to let your child perform in this chair dance challenge maybe during his or her birthday. I would say it's a tradition that is getting modernized. So that is it for today's art and story. Subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Also check on my other videos on this channel. More stories like this one are coming. Stay tuned, stay positive. See you in my next video. Ciao.